Hello everybody, Ian Robson, and welcome back to another episode of Coffee with Ian. Ooh, it's hot today. Good though. Anyway, so I got the new webcam. I think it looks better. Let me know in the comments below if you think it looks better. I still have to get the audio and the video to sync up. I don't know why it's so off, but apparently it is. I'll have to do something basically and figure out what is causing the issue, because it's kind of bizarre. I don't know what it is. So, anyways. I tried with a couple different programs to see if it would make a difference depending on whether it was like OBS or Mirrorless Action, and it doesn't seem to make a difference at the current time. So I don't know what it is. Some people suggested using, what was the suggestion? Some people said use a higher speed hard drive, and that would actually solve the problem. So I don't know if it actually will or not, but that was one of the suggestions that people made, and I was like, I guess. So I tried with my SSD to see if it would make a difference. Didn't. So anyways. So that's what I've been messing around with the last little while. I got the new webcam set up, but hopefully, like I said, it looks better. And I also got a couple other things, mostly fishing stuff from Amazon and stuff like that. So that is what I got done in this situation. I have Farm Sim in the background, and apparently it's my worker is going around in circles. I can see the screen. All he's doing is like going around in circles. I'm like, oh well, that's courseplay for you sometimes. But anyways, I'll let that run. But I've been really enjoying County Line. Actually, I've been playing more than I normally would off camera, which is kind of funny. Because sometimes I'll record a map and then not touch it again until the next day. Sometimes I'll play it a little bit. Just depends on how much I'm enjoying the actual map itself and how much I'm enjoying playing Farm Sim. Because we all go through times where sometimes you're enjoying Farm Sim, sometimes you kind of move away from Farm Sim. So actually today I noticed that the Hunter Call of the Wild actually added a new DLC not too long ago. It's an ATV, which I think is awesome. I don't know why it wasn't in the base game, but the ATV allows you to move around much easier than you could before, and it makes it a lot more worth going to like specific places and whatnot, or going to more remote places and exploring a little bit. So I figured they were going to do something like this, and I'm happy it's in the game. There's actually two DLCs now. There's actually the ATV, and there's actually some blinds, so you can kind of set up shop somewhere, and that's the other thing they added a while back though now. And they also added a shooting range, finally, and I hope they include the damage in that to see what's what. So that was another little recent update, so I'll probably have to make a video on the Hunter soon, again, just because of that stuff, because it's so awesome. I do like that game. I could easily go back to it and just start playing it like quite a lot. But gotta manage your time. So I've been playing a little more Farm Sim lately, so I've been playing a little less of other games. Sometimes I play a little bit of other games and a little less Farm Sim, so it all depends. It just depends on what you're feeling that particular day, basically. So anyways, today's a big day for me because bass season opens up today. Today's the first day you can officially fish for bass legally. I mentioned this before, but if you catch a bass out of season, if you take any pictures of it, you can get fined for that. So basically, you're gonna catch bass, but you can't target bass. So like, let's say I was fishing for like bluegill, perch the other day, and I was using like a lure for them, like a smaller lure, but I still caught bass in the end. But it was out of season, so what you do in that situation is you have to release it as fast as possible. And then if you continually catch bass in that area, if you catch more than one, basically just move. That's your best bet, or change your lure and see what happens. But that's kind of what can happen. But today, I'm supposed to go fishing this afternoon, but it's supposed to be a thunderstorm today. So I'm like, oh well, do I go outside? Do I not go outside? Like, what's the deal with that? So we'll have to see what the weather holds this afternoon. So, and of course I got the normal 10 a.m. stream this morning. So we'll see how it all works together. So, anyways, that's usually how it works out for me though. So gotta see what the weather does, like a farmer would, except in this case I'm going fishing, not farming. In the game it doesn't make a difference, although interestingly enough, a lot of people have been really jazzed about the Seasons mod. Someone actually asked me on Twitter the other day if I could do a video about Seasons mod. I haven't even touched it yet, to be quite honest with you. It looks interesting, but I think based on the way I play, I will probably just fast forward time to the summer so I can harvest. I don't know, maybe. Because I think as far as I understand it, the way it works is like you can only plant and harvest during certain times of the year. So if you want to plant wheat, you can only plant during the spring or the winter, I guess. I guess it would be fall in that context. If you want to plant winter wheat, or then in the spring you can plant corn and whatnot. So I don't know how it works 100%. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on the Seasons mod? Are you really jazzed about the Seasons mod, or are you kind of like, it looks alright, I guess? So I don't know. We'll see. I have to take a closer look at it so far. The thing, I haven't actually honestly tried any of the mod contest stuff yet. I haven't been like, oh my gosh, I need to try that right away. I downloaded a couple of them. I think I got the Krone Ultima, I got the Massey Ferguson pack, and the Challenger Rogator, and that was it basically. I think those are the only mods I really downloaded. And I guess I got a couple of the John Deeres, but I haven't tested those out yet, so I don't know how good or bad they are. So I'm sure they're okay, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So yeah, that's the big thing that's happening, I guess, is the mod contest, and that's what we've been talking about a little bit in the Discord chat there. Some people, this is the predictions for some people. First place will go to the Seasons mod just because there's so much hype around it, and then for best beginners, best like new arrival will be Black Sheep modding, and then something else. I don't know. I didn't look at anything else. There was a couple other mod category or some weird categories, like if you have, it's like a horse prize or something like that, and you don't need to complete your map in that situation, which is bizarre, but apparently that's part of it. I haven't checked out Bali Moon yet, which I believe is the Mapper's Paradise, which is the one that they make all the kind of the fancy the maps. But I haven't seen much about that yet. I'm assuming it's another British map, so I'm not going to be super interested in it. So far, County Line and AC Valley have been really keeping my attention lately. So I've been messing with more courseplay in County Line, of course, which has been a lot of fun because I don't get to do that very often on the server, obviously. So it's been pretty neat. I've noticed that. I don't know. I've been enjoying it basically. So that's the way it goes. Anything else that's interesting that's happened? I don't think so. I guess. I don't know. I have a whole bunch of fishing lures beside me, which is kind of bizarre. So like, here's one I got. This is one of the cool things about this camera though, is the zoom is a lot better on it. So that's a Hedon. It's a topwater lure. It's the small one. I don't think this is called the Junior. What is this one called? No, it doesn't say. But this is smaller than the Juniors. This is like the one you can get. I would expect some panfish to probably go for that, to be honest with you. Anyways, I have some other ones too, but this isn't a fishing channel, so it's a gaming related channel, so I'll avoid talking about that too much. But anyways, Dirt4 came out as well, as I mentioned last time. I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't picked it up. It's kind of an expensive game just to try out. I think it's like $60 or $70 Canadian. So those types of games, I'm usually like, that's a little pricey just to see. But I've heard good things about the. I've read a couple of reviews. I think I read a review on Rock Paper Shotgun. I think they gave it a positive review, just because it kind of gives you like an all-round picture that's kind of nice. So that's one of the things I noticed about it, is that kind of it's an all-round game, and they have some interesting aspects. I still have like Dirt Rally. I still have Project Cars, and Project Cars 2 comes out. I think it's in September or something, 2017. So I may have to look at that one. But so far, like in my mind, there's no reason to get an updated version of Project Cars, for example, because it's going to be the same thing, but just with different cars, I think. So isn't really game changing. Dirt 4 added some game changing mechanics. So like in the rally aspect, they don't have the same course every time. It's procedurally generated, which means that it's not the same course every single time. It'll be different courses. They just generate the course as you drive along. So like Minecraft, for example, as you move around the world, it generates, and that's the same kind of idea. It's always going to be randomized, and that's what they're doing with the courses as well. So it's making it different every single time. Although they do have some standard courses you can do as well. So that was one of the interesting aspects that they added in Dirt 4. So I'll have to ask Belios. I think Belios picked it up, and I'll have to ask him what he thinks about that game so far. Because I know he's a pretty big proponent for Dirt Rally, which is an amazing game. I love the way it looks and sounds. The sounds are what makes it a big difference. Same with Farm Sim. Like when you first played Farm Sim, for example, one of the biggest things you probably noticed is like, wow, look, that's a different sound. It's driving over dirt, and you can hear the tires going over the dirt and whatnot. So that was one of the neat things. So one of the funny things about this webcam, though, this webcam I'm using right now, is that it has a much wider angle. So I actually had to the other one had like a pivot, you could move it around. Whereas this one doesn't have that pivot, so it's just straightforward all the time. So I actually had to move my monitor a little bit so I could kind of not get the whole room, because my drapes aren't very pretty. They're like old school drapes that I've had there for a long time now. Maybe I'll convince my wife to make some interesting drapes for the room now that it can probably see that. So anyways, yeah. that's it. I don't know. I can't think of anything else that I want to talk about. Minus coffee, of course. Nope. The coffee is phenomenal this morning, though. I made it myself. I'm really proud about that. So it is very good. I actually it's bizarre. On Thursday, I had coffee because I had like less than I think it was like 5 hours of sleep or something like that, and I just woke up and I'm like, brr. I don't normally have that little sleep, but sometimes when you get a poor night's sleep, you can just feel it all in your eyes. For me, at least, that's where I feel it the most. So, anyways. All right, folks. I think that'll be it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed this other episode of Coffee with Iain, and until next time, enjoy the coffee. So good. So good. Catch you guys later.